Okay, so to power up the system, first want to use this main power switch. Now I'm going to make sure that I look from the bottom to the top to make sure everything really is powered up, because sometimes people fiddle with things. Both amps are on, CD player's on, infrared system's on, most crucially, wireless system is on. And power distribution system is on. Now I'm going to take the cover off of our new soundboard, place it here where I will remember to put it back later, and I'm going to reach over the right side. I'm going to see these are the these two here remind me of where the switch is. The switch is right beneath them.
Okay.
And I just turn it on, and it's going to power up. Good. Currently we have everything pre-programmed so that you really don't have to do much more than power it up and turn on the main volume. But if you have any questions, everything is labeled right across the center. Where it says STG input, these are literally the boxes that are on the stage where you would plug in a hardwired mic. And they kind of go across the stage from audience left to right, just like it would be left to right here. These overhead mics we're not going to use at all. Channel 10 is empty. And here you'll see the important part for tomorrow. These two channels say wireless, and those are your handheld wireless mics. And the rest say belt pack, and those are your lavalier mics. Okay? The other thing, sometimes I've noticed people forget because it's all preset. Just make sure that you've put the main volume up. This is the main volume. Okay. For the speakers. So that has to be up. Okay. Now, there is a second layer, which I do want to show you. Just this is very simple. Okay. But if you hit channel 1732 here, these are your two playback inputs, and that's the iMac and the CD player. But notice that they're already up, right? The dimmers are already up. So you don't really have to do anything. It's just good to know they're there.
So that's if we're playing sound through the iMac?
Yep, if you're playing sound, like let's say
they're plug-in?
Yeah, so there's a...
is it already plugged in?
It's actually supposed to be already plugged in, but it's actually sitting out here. Okay. And the reason it's sitting out here is that a lot of people will plug their own laptop in, or they'll plug their phone in for Pandora or whatever. So this can go straight into your laptop, or it can go right into the back of the iMac, where it belongs. Okay. All right.
Awesome.
So that's layer 1, which is your mics, and that's layer 2, which is your inputs. And that's that. And the dimmers are already preset, so you don't have to do anything, right? The only thing you have to remember is the main volume.
And the mics themselves are
now,
in...
we're going to go for that. All right. So right now we've got one handheld. Sadly, considering that we're supposed to have two, so we're going to have to order another one of these because it's been lost. But we have one of these, and we have 4 of these belt packs. So if I want to right now, I'm just going to turn this on. Before the event, I'm going to double check the battery. This does take 2 AA's, and I'm on. I'm good to go. And if you take a listen outside, you'll hear we're at a pretty good level right now, so you really don't have to change anything. You may have to advise your speaker as to how close they talk, because some people will be like, "Hey, what was that?" And other people will be like, "Hello!" You know, so that's a good thing to practice with kids sometimes. If it's them, if it's a pro, they should have it. All right, let's try the other one. Now this you've used very many times in the upper school. You know about standby, and you know about off. Lisa Waters claims that this keeps draining, but the only times I've been able to reproduce that, I've actually pulled it out of the drawer and seen the red line on. So for some reason, people are not powering it off. Perhaps they're pressing the button and leaving it in standby. So that's just something that's been going on. All right, here we have power button on the top of the lavalier. You can turn on. Notice this says group 2-1, which is going to correspond to 2-1 here. These bottom ones are the handhelds. These top 4 are the belt packs. But you're really not going to need that. And then you just speak away. Hello. Put it wherever you like. And again, you're going to want to adjust to the speaker a little bit. But I doubt you're not going to need this for tomorrow, but it's just good as a backup because we only have one of those to have this as a backup.
Okay.
So then when I'm done, I'm going to want to power this off first. Then I'm going to power this off. Then I'm going to put the cover on.
Okay.
Which nobody does but me apparently.